Have you ever wondered what a man's words truly mean? When he says, "I want you," "I miss you," or "I love you," is it just something he says in the moment, or does it carry a deeper, life-changing significance? These simple yet powerful phrases hold a treasure trove of emotions, vulnerability, and commitment that most people overlook. If you've ever been curious about what lies beneath the surface of these heartfelt declarations, then you've found the right video. In this video, we'll dive deep into the psychology and emotional depth behind 4 of the most profound things a man can say to a woman. Understanding these phrases can transform the way you see your relationship, helping you recognize the immense value of these moments and their impact on your emotional connection. Whether you're in a long-term partnership, navigating the early stages of love, or even reflecting on past relationships, this video will give you insights that could change how you interpret love forever. But that's not all. By watching until the end, you'll discover how these words reveal a man's heart, his priorities, and his view of you as a partner. You'll learn how to respond in ways that deepen your bond, nurture mutual respect, and build a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. Missing out on this could mean missing the chance to truly connect with the one you love on a deeper level. Stay tuned as we uncover the emotional secrets behind these phrases, share tips on how to cherish and reciprocate these sentiments, and explain why understanding them is essential to creating a love that lasts. Make sure to watch all the way through. You won't want to miss the revelations that could strengthen your relationship in ways you never imagined. Let's get started. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. When a man says, "I want you," those words go far beyond the surface of physical attraction or a casual expression of interest. They resonate deeply, carrying a profound emotional weight that reveals how truly significant you are to him. It's not just a declaration of desire, it's a heartfelt acknowledgement of your importance in his life. In that simple phrase lies a universe of feelings: admiration, gratitude, vulnerability, and an unwavering appreciation for the role you play in shaping his world. These 3 words are his way of expressing that you are not just a partner or someone he spends time with. You are a cornerstone of his happiness, his peace, and his aspirations. They reflect his realization that you are the one who understands him at his core, who sees beyond his flaws and insecurities, and who still chooses to stand beside him. When he says, "I want you," he's communicating that you bring light into his darkest moments, that your presence is a source of comfort and hope, and that your love is something he treasures deeply. He's not merely saying he desires your company or enjoys being around you. What he's truly saying is that you are essential to him on a level that words alone can hardly convey. He wants your laughter, your wisdom, your strength, and even your quirks, all the little things that make you uniquely you. He wants your companionship in moments of joy, your support in times of struggle, and your understanding when life feels overwhelming. To him, you are more than a confidant or a partner. You are his inspiration, his haven, and the person who motivates him to strive for more in life. When he says, "I want you," he's admitting that you have changed his life in ways he never imagined. You've become the person who helps him navigate life's challenges with more courage, who encourages him to dream bigger, and who celebrates his victories as if they were your own. He sees you as his teammate, his muse, and someone who brings a sense of purpose and direction to his journey. These words are his way of expressing that he no longer views his life as a solo endeavor. It's now a shared story, one that he wants to write with you by his side. Every time he says those words, he's opening a door to his vulnerability, letting you see the depth of his emotions and his need for you. It's a powerful statement that signifies how much you mean to him. You're not just a part of his life. You've become intertwined with his dreams, his goals, and his very identity. Your love has given him the courage to face his fears, the strength to overcome obstacles, and the joy of knowing he is not alone. So, when he looks into your eyes and says, "I want you," listen carefully. What he's truly saying is, "You are my heart's greatest desire. You make me better, stronger, and more complete. I cherish everything you are and everything we share. My life without you would feel incomplete because you've become the very essence of what makes it beautiful, meaningful, and worth fighting for." Take a moment to truly reflect. How often do we let down our walls and admit that we need someone? Not just in the fleeting, practical sense, but in a deep, soul-anchoring way. It's such a rare thing, isn't it? So many of us walk through life carrying the weight of our independence, thinking that admitting we need another person might somehow make us weak or dependent. But when he says, "I want you," he is doing something extraordinarily brave. He's sharing a piece of himself that many keep locked away, out of fear of rejection or vulnerability. Those three words, so simple yet profound, carry the weight of his trust, his desire, and his emotional openness. They mean far more than what's on the surface. He's saying, "You are the one I choose, not just for today, but for the long haul. You are the person who makes my world feel complete." Think about what it takes to say something like that, to let someone in so deeply. When he tells you he wants you, it's not just about admiration for your looks or the way you make him laugh. It's so much more than that. It's about who you are at your core, the way you carry yourself, the strength and wisdom you bring to his life, and how your very presence has become a source of stability for him. He's not just complimenting you. He's showing you that he sees the essence of who you are and that he values every small, beautiful detail that makes you uniquely you. He's saying, "You matter to me," not in some superficial way, but in a way that feels irreplaceable. It's also a testament to the depth of his trust. Trust is such a fragile, precious thing. It doesn't come easily to most people, especially when it involves exposing feelings that can leave them vulnerable. But by telling you he wants you, he's showing that he trusts you with the most delicate parts of his heart. He leans on you in moments of uncertainty, finds comfort in your strength, and feels inspired by your unwavering support. He's inviting you into his emotional world, one that perhaps he doesn't share with anyone else. That's a profound privilege, and it speaks volumes about the bond you've built together. But there's something even more profound happening here. When he says, "I want you," he's not just expressing his feelings, he's strengthening the partnership you share. It's a declaration of how deeply interconnected your lives have become, and how much better his world feels with you in it. He's letting you know that your contributions, whether they're as simple as a comforting word or as monumental as being his rock during a difficult time, are invaluable to him. He's telling you that you're not just a part of his life, you're one of its most meaningful, irreplaceable pieces. And here's where we, too, have a role to play. When you hear those words, it's so easy to brush them off, isn't it? Maybe you think he's just being kind or romantic. But don't dismiss them. Don't minimize their significance. Those words aren't casual. They're a window into his heart, a reminder of the connection you share. Let them sink in. Let them warm your soul and remind you of the profound impact you have on his life. Take a moment to appreciate the courage it takes to say something so vulnerable, to acknowledge that in a world full of noise and distractions, you are the calm, the light, the anchor he looks for. In these moments, respond with the same level of openness and commitment. Let him know that his trust isn't misplaced and that you value his vulnerability as much as he values yours. Show him that you see him, too, not just as the person he is today, but as someone you believe in, someone you choose to stand beside no matter what life brings. A relationship isn't built on grand gestures or fleeting emotions. It's built on these small, sacred exchanges of honesty, gratitude, and support. It's about being there for each other, even when the road gets rough, even when life tests the strength of your bond. When he says, "I want you," he's laying the foundation for something so much bigger than the moment itself. He's inviting you to build a life together, one where mutual respect and unwavering support are the cornerstones. He's telling you, in the most heartfelt way possible, that you're not just someone he loves. You're someone he relies on, someone he dreams with, someone he sees a future with. And that's a gift, isn't it? To be needed, not out of desperation, but out of love, admiration, and respect. Cherish these moments. Let them remind you of the beauty of being truly seen and valued. And above all, let them inspire you to continue nurturing the bond you share. Because in the end, it's these heartfelt exchanges, the quiet confessions, the words spoken with trembling honesty, that create a love that can weather any storm and thrive in any season. When a man looks into your eyes or takes a moment to say, "I'm missing you," he isn't simply sharing a casual feeling or an idle thought. He's opening a window into his emotional world, a world where your presence is not only cherished but central to his sense of joy and fulfillment. These 3 small words carry a depth of emotion that goes far beyond their simplicity, resonating with the unique connection you share. He's not merely stating that he notices your absence. He's expressing how deeply your presence enriches his life, how your energy, your laughter, and your essence leave a space no one else can fill. To admit, "I miss you," is not always easy for everyone, especially for men who might struggle with vulnerability or fear exposing the softer parts of themselves. For many, these words are a rare and deliberate choice, revealing an emotional depth that isn't often displayed. They signify trust, openness, and an acknowledgement of the void left by your absence. It's as though he's saying, "You've become a part of me, and without you here, that part feels incomplete." This phrase often stems from a place of profound reflection. When he says he misses you, it means you've taken root in his thoughts, occupying his mind even in the quietest moments. He may replay memories of the time you've spent together, the laughter that lit up your faces, the deep conversations that unfolded effortlessly into the night, and even the little, seemingly mundane moments that somehow became extraordinary because you were there. Each memory becomes a mosaic of the bond you share, and your absence leaves a noticeable gap in the picture. Think about what it means to miss someone. It's not just a desire to be near them physically. It's about the emotional comfort and connection they bring to your life. When he tells you he misses you, he's admitting that your presence adds a layer of happiness, warmth, and balance to his world. He's expressing that even when life is full of distractions, his thoughts naturally drift back to you. It's about how you make him feel when you're together, a sense of belonging, of being truly seen and valued. What's even more touching is the courage it takes to say those words. In a world where vulnerability is often mistaken for weakness, admitting that you miss someone is an act of bravery. It's a declaration that says, "You matter to me enough to feel your absence deeply." He's not just sharing a fleeting emotion, he's sharing a piece of his heart. And that's a powerful thing. Imagine the depth of connection this reflects. He's likely reminiscing about the way your smile lights up a room, how your voice feels like home, or the way your presence transforms even the dullest moments into something meaningful. Even the quiet silences between you hold a certain magic, a comfort that doesn't need words to be felt. When he says he misses you, he's expressing the longing for all of these things, for the moments where everything feels right because you're there. This sentiment is also a reminder of the unique role you play in his life. It's not just about the things you do or say, it's about who you are and how you make him feel. To him, you are irreplaceable. Your absence doesn't just leave a gap in his daily routine, it creates an emotional void that only you can fill. He's telling you that your presence is not just desired but needed, that you are someone who brings balance and meaning to his world. So, when a man tells you he misses you, understand that it's more than just a phrase. It's a heartfelt confession of how deeply you've touched his life. It's a bittersweet acknowledgement of the way love and connection can make us feel both stronger and more vulnerable at the same time. And above all, it's a beautiful reminder that you are cherished in a way that words can only begin to describe. In his heart, you are not just someone he enjoys spending time with. You are someone he longs for, someone whose absence he feels like a gentle ache, and whose presence brings him immeasurable joy. Hearing the heartfelt words, "I miss you," should feel like a gentle wave of warmth washing over your heart, filling you with comfort and reassurance that you are deeply valued. These words carry an extraordinary significance, more profound than their simplicity might suggest. They are not just an expression of longing but a declaration of how important you are in someone's life. They signify a connection so meaningful that your absence creates a void, a sense of incompleteness that only your presence can fill. When someone says they miss you, it's an intimate reminder that you hold a special and irreplaceable place in their heart, a place no one else can occupy. Imagine the depth of emotion behind those three small words. They reflect moments shared, laughing together over something silly, leaning on each other during tough times, and savoring the little joys that make life richer. They are the echoes of countless memories, the quiet proof that your presence has left an imprint so significant that its absence is palpably felt. How often in life do we find someone who notices not only when we are there but truly feels our absence when we are not? This is rare and precious, something to treasure deeply. When he says, "I miss you," it's more than a casual remark. It's an emotional confession, a glimpse into how much you mean to him. It shows that he doesn't take your presence for granted, but actively treasures the moments you spend together. It's an acknowledgement that your connection brings something to his life that no one else can, a reminder that you are loved, appreciated, and deeply significant. There's a vulnerability in those words, too, a willingness to admit that without you, there's a sense of emptiness, a longing that can't be filled by anything else. Think of how meaningful this is in today's fast-paced world, where people often rush through relationships without stopping to truly acknowledge what they have. To hear someone say they miss you is to be reminded that your bond is special, rooted in affection, respect, and mutual appreciation. It's a sign that you've touched his life in a way that lingers, even when you're apart. These words, simple as they seem, are like a thread weaving your hearts together, a thread that grows stronger every time you nurture the connection you share. Let those words sink deeply into your heart. Let them remind you how fortunate you both are to have found each other. In a world where so many relationships feel transient, yours is a love that makes absence feel tangible and reunion even sweeter. Don't let the significance of such moments pass you by. Pause and reflect on what they mean. They are a testament to the beauty of your relationship, the depth of your emotional bond, and the care you both invest in each other. Cherish these moments of longing and recognition. Hold on to them as precious reminders of how rare it is to find someone whose mere absence feels like the loss of a piece of yourself. Love thrives in such small but meaningful exchanges, in the unspoken understanding that even when apart, you are deeply connected. Let those words strengthen your relationship, deepening your connection and appreciation for one another. Celebrate the beauty of being loved so wholeheartedly and make a vow to nurture that love every chance you get. True love isn't just about being together. It's about feeling each other's presence, even when you're apart, and letting those feelings make your bond unbreakable. An apology may seem like a small, simple gesture, just 3 little words spoken aloud, but in the context of a loving relationship, it is nothing short of monumental. When a man takes a moment to pause, looks you directly in the eyes, and says with sincerity, "I'm sorry," it's far more than an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. It's an act of bravery, self-awareness, and profound respect for your feelings. In that moment, he's not just apologizing for an action or a word that caused harm. He's prioritizing your emotional well-being over his ego. He's stepping outside of his comfort zone, setting aside his pride, and making a powerful statement about the depth of his commitment to the relationship. Apologizing is not easy. Let's be honest, it's one of the most difficult things for anyone to do. It requires a rare combination of qualities: self-awareness to recognize one's mistakes, courage to confront those mistakes head-on, and emotional intelligence to understand how they've impacted another person. By apologizing, he's doing something far beyond a surface-level acknowledgement of fault. He's saying, in essence, "I see the hurt I've caused, and I care deeply enough about you and us to take responsibility for it." Think about how much vulnerability this requires. Society often teaches men to guard their pride, to avoid admitting weakness, and to remain stoic in the face of emotional challenges. But a heartfelt apology defies all of that. It's an act of emotional strength, because it takes true strength to expose one's flaws, to admit, "I was wrong," and to choose connection over defensiveness. When he apologizes, he's making a deliberate choice to let love triumph over pride. He's putting the relationship ahead of his ego and showing you that your happiness, your trust, and your feelings are worth more to him than the temporary satisfaction of saving face. Apologies also carry immense weight because they're not just words, they're actions in motion. A genuine apology is a form of repair, a way to mend the hurt and restore the harmony that may have been disrupted. It's not about fixing things instantly, but about taking the first step toward healing. When a man apologizes sincerely, he's saying, "I care about the cracks in our foundation, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to strengthen us again." He's reaffirming his dedication to the relationship by demonstrating humility, empathy, and a willingness to grow, not just for himself, but for both of you. To me, there's something profoundly moving about this gesture. A man who can look inward, acknowledge his imperfections, and take full accountability is not only showing love, he's embodying it. He's proving that he values the partnership you've built together, that he's invested in its future, and that he's willing to face the difficult moments head-on. It's in these moments that his apology becomes not just an admission of regret, but a powerful message. You and our relationship are worth fighting for. Apologies like this often spark deeper conversations, moments of reflection, and opportunities for both partners to grow closer. They remind us that love isn't about perfection, it's about connection. And connection sometimes requires hard conversations, heartfelt confessions, and an unwavering commitment to understanding and supporting one another. When he apologizes, he's showing that he's not afraid to embrace this truth. In my opinion, a sincere apology carries more weight than grand romantic gestures or dramatic declarations of love. It's a quiet but deeply impactful moment of truth and vulnerability that speaks volumes about the depth of a man's love and his respect for you. It's his way of saying, "I'm human, but I'm committed to being better. For you, for us." Isn't that what real love is all about? The willingness to grow, to admit mistakes, and to always choose each other, even when it's hard. So, the next time someone apologizes with genuine sincerity, remember what it represents. It's not just about mending the past. It's about paving the way for a stronger, more loving future. It's a gift, a promise, and a testament to the value of your relationship. And that, to me, is one of the most beautiful expressions of love. Take a moment to truly reflect on what it means when someone offers a genuine, heartfelt apology. It's not just a collection of words strung together. It's a profound and vulnerable act of love, an acknowledgement that you matter deeply. When someone says, "I'm sorry," they're not just admitting a mistake. They're telling you that your feelings are important, that your happiness holds a special place in their heart, and that they recognize the hurt they've caused. They are laying down their pride, showing you that their love and respect for you outweigh any argument, misunderstanding, or moment of frustration. Think about the courage it takes to sincerely apologize. It's not easy to admit when we've been wrong, to stand in front of someone we care about and bear our flaws. Yet, when he looks at you and says those words, it's as though he's saying, "You mean more to me than my ego. You are worth every effort to make this right." That apology is a testament to the strength of the bond you share, a quiet but powerful reminder that your relationship is more significant than any fleeting disagreement. It's a way of reaffirming that your connection, built on love and trust, is something he values too much to let crumble under the weight of pride. When you hear those words, "I'm sorry," let them touch your heart. See them for what they truly are, a beautiful offering of love, humility, and respect. Take a moment to absorb their significance. It's not just about the words, it's about the meaning behind them, the recognition that your happiness matters, that your pain is seen and acknowledged, and that the love you share is worth protecting. Accept his apology with grace and an open heart, knowing that by doing so, you're not just healing the moment. You're strengthening the bond that ties you together. These moments of reconciliation are so much more than mending fences after a fight. They are growth opportunities for understanding and for deepening the trust you have in each other. They show that your relationship is resilient and capable of withstanding the challenges life throws at you. Far from being a sign of weakness, these acts of vulnerability and forgiveness are profound demonstrations of strength. They show that you both care enough to face uncomfortable truths, to communicate openly, and to work through difficulties together. Imagine how much closer you'll feel after a sincere apology is given and received. It's like rebuilding a bridge that might have felt shaky, making it stronger than ever before. These moments pave the way for a future where trust and mutual respect aren't just ideals, they're the foundation of your relationship. When you accept his apology with an open heart, you're choosing to move forward together, hand in hand, with a renewed sense of connection and commitment. In a world where pride so often gets in the way, a genuine apology is a rare and precious gift. It's a reminder of the beauty of choosing each other over and over again, even when things aren't perfect. It's a chance to show compassion, to demonstrate that love isn't about never making mistakes. It's about how you come back from them, how you grow and learn together. Let these moments of reconciliation be a source of strength and inspiration, a testament to the love you share and the life you're building together, brick by brick, with trust, respect, and unwavering devotion. There are few phrases in this world as powerful, transformative, and deeply moving as the simple yet profound words, "I love you." These three words hold a universe of emotions, an infinite depth of unspoken feelings, hopes, dreams, and the fragile yet breathtaking promise of a shared future. They are not just words, but a declaration of the most vulnerable and genuine parts of the human experience. When a man says, "I love you," it transcends mere speech. It is an offering, a gift of his heart, wrapped in courage and trust. It's as if he's opening a door to the deepest chambers of his soul, inviting you to step inside and see him in his truest, most unguarded form. This act is far from simple. Saying, "I love you," is not just a routine romantic gesture or a passing sentiment. It is a moment brimming with emotional honesty, a revelation that he has chosen to trust you with his innermost self. In that moment, he's not just expressing affection. He's laying bare his fears, his dreams, and his most sacred vulnerabilities. He's placing them in your hands, hoping, trusting, that you will hold them with care. It's as if he's saying, "Here is my heart. Here is my soul, fragile, imperfect, and full of longing. I trust you to protect it." What makes this act so powerful is the courage it requires. Love, by its very nature, demands bravery. To love someone is to risk pain, rejection, and disappointment. It requires peeling back the layers of protection we build around ourselves and stepping into the light, unshielded and exposed. When a man says, "I love you," he is consciously choosing to let go of these defenses. He's showing you that the possibility of building something extraordinary with you is far more valuable than the safety of keeping his emotions locked away. In that vulnerable moment, he is conquering the fear of "what if" and embracing the hope of "what could be." But these words carry even more weight than vulnerability. They are a recognition, a testament to how he views you. Not just as someone he loves, but as someone he deeply respects, values, and admires. When he says, "I love you," he is telling you that he sees you as his partner in every sense of the word. You are his equal, his confidant, and the person he wants to share life's journey with. This isn't about fleeting emotions or shallow attraction. It's about connection on the deepest level. It's his way of saying, "I see you for who you are, and I choose you completely." The meaning behind "I love you" extends beyond words. It is a promise, even if unspoken. It's a commitment to stand by your side through life's ever-changing seasons. Whether the days bring joy and laughter or trials and tears, he's signaling that he's ready to face it all with you. He's not just professing his feelings. He's pledging his loyalty, his devotion, and his unwavering belief in what you can build together. It's a vow to be your teammate, your shoulder to lean on, and your greatest supporter, no matter what challenges life may bring. For me, the phrase "I love you" is one of the most sacred gifts we can offer another person. It is not given lightly. It is given with thought, care, and sincerity. It represents the culmination of countless moments. Moments of connection, understanding, and shared experiences that have woven two hearts together. It's a reminder of how extraordinary love can be when it's real, raw, and unguarded. In a world that can often feel cold and indifferent, these words are a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of human connection. When someone says, "I love you," they are doing more than sharing their feelings. They are giving you a piece of their soul, an invitation to hold it close and protect it. They are telling you that they see a future with you, one built on trust, shared dreams, and mutual respect. These words are the ultimate expression of faith, not just in you, but in the bond you share and the life you can create together. Hearing these words can change everything. They remind us of what it means to be truly seen, cherished, and chosen. They teach us that love is not about perfection, but about embracing each other's imperfections with grace and gratitude. They encourage us to be brave, to open our hearts, and to believe in the magic of vulnerability. And when we respond to "I love you" with our truth, we complete a circle of connection that has the power to shape our lives forever. For me, those words are a sacred bridge between two souls, a connection that defies logic and speaks directly to the heart. They represent the essence of what it means to be human, to love, to hope, and to trust in the beauty of a shared journey. Truly, there is no greater gift than these three simple, extraordinary words. When he looks into your eyes and says those three deeply significant words, "I love you," let yourself pause and truly absorb the moment. Let his words flow through you like a gentle wave, washing over your heart with a warmth that only love can bring. Imagine the courage it takes to say something so raw and vulnerable, the depth of his feelings reflected in those three simple syllables. He isn't just expressing affection, he's revealing a piece of his soul, offering you a glimpse into the very core of what you mean to him. These words carry a weight far beyond their brevity. They are not thrown around casually. They are the culmination of so many emotions: admiration for your strengths and the unique qualities that make you who you are, respect for your individuality and boundaries, a passion that fuels his desire to be near you, and a connection so profound that it's as if your souls were always meant to find each other. Saying "I love you" is an act of trust, a way of saying, "Here is my heart, fragile and open. I trust you to hold it carefully." In that moment, don't just hear the words, feel them. Look at the way his expression softens, the way his voice carries the slightest tremor, betraying the vulnerability behind his confession. Recognize the trust he's placing in you, the effort it takes to push past any fears or insecurities and share something so intimate. When someone bears their heart like this, it's not just an act of love, it's an act of bravery. Acknowledge it, honor it, and respond with the same level of sincerity. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Cherish this exchange deeply, because it is more than just a fleeting moment. It's a cornerstone of your relationship, a foundation upon which your love story is built and continues to grow. Every time he says, "I love you," it's not just a repetition of words. It's a reaffirmation of everything he feels for you. It's his way of telling you, "I see you, I value you, and I choose you." Each utterance is a promise that he's willing to show up for you, to be present, to give his heart to you completely. Think about the significance of being loved in this way. Out of all the people in the world, he has chosen you. Your smile, your laugh, your quirks, your imperfections. He has chosen to love every part of you, even the parts you might not always love about yourself. How beautiful is it to have someone who sees all of you and still whispers, or even boldly declares, "I love you." Take a moment to reflect on how rare and precious it is to find this kind of love. In a world where people often guard their hearts so fiercely, finding someone willing to give theirs to you so openly is nothing short of extraordinary. Each "I love you" is a gift, a reminder that you've found someone who is not only willing to share their life with you but to invest their whole heart in you. Let these words remind you to never take your love for granted. Relationships are not built on grand gestures alone, but on the everyday acts of kindness, the shared laughter, the comforting silences, and these profound moments of connection. Nurture this love, protect it, and let it flourish. Love is not just about saying the words. It's about living them, about showing through your actions that you mean them just as much as he does. Hold on to this gift, and let it inspire you to build a bond that grows deeper with every passing day. So, what have you learned so far? Reflect on the powerful emotions and deeper meanings behind the phrases we explored today. Have you gained a new perspective on how to interpret and respond to the heartfelt words, I want you, I miss you, I apologize, and I love you? Take a moment to think about one thing you've learned and how you can bring it into practice in your own life and relationships. We'd love to hear from you, so please share your thoughts in the comments below this video. If you found this video valuable, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your engagement helps us create more content like this to deepen our understanding of love, connection, and the human heart. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.